Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Medieval. Last time we completed inside the asylum, and now we are finally ready to head all the way back here to the stage that we passed up on a couple of parts ago. The Enchanted Earth, although technically we're not going to be doing this stage, we're going to be doing the bonus stage that's inside of it. Clip has a little bit of foreshadowing about what we are going to encounter when we actually do the stage, but we won't have to deal with that just yet. And I'm actually just going to skip past all these guys, because it doesn't even matter for the purposes of this part. You don't even get any percentage for these guys for the chalice anyways. So again, we have another witch that we can summon using our talisman. If I get close enough.
Has summoned the Witch of the Forest. Oh, it is you, Sir Fortescue. Forgive me, my lord. I have never met a real hero. Forgive me, just an old lady's little joke. In truth, I am glad to see you, Sir Fortescue. I need 7 pieces of amber that are hidden in the ant's nest. Bring them to me, and I can grant you a special reward. I will only offer you this quest this once. Are you willing to give it a try?
Now she says you can only do it once. Technically, you can do it as many times as you want. So we will.
Sorry, didn't I mention I'd have to shrink you to the size of an insect? Now hurry back.
I think that's pretty funny. So we're actually going to be doing the ant caves. And again, this is a bonus level. It's not required to beat the game. But we can get a chalice out of this, and we get a pretty sweet special reward for doing this, provided we get all the pieces of amber.
Run, little man. If the master found it now, he would crush it like a bag. Hark! We can hear the soldier ants approaching. Onward, and meet your tiny nemesis.
Now, they may be our enemies in this stage, but killing the ants here is not going to give us any percentage towards the chalice, because actually, if you look, I don't think it even shows, there is no percentage to get. I'm actually going to switch to the hammer here. We do have some artwork here. Dude getting ripped in half. Got a couple of guys who are running away from the spider. I'm not sure how many different things they have on the walls, but there's quite a bit. They give you a club because you're going to need it for the stage, or better yet, have the hammer so it doesn't break on you. This magic portal was crafted by the fairies. It appears to have been created to prevent something escaping from the tunnels below. So we can't proceed forward. We can't even break it. This kind of forces you to come over here first. You can hear someone shouting for help inside there.
Thank you for releasing me, sir. My people wish only to live our lives in blissful harmony with nature. But alas, the wicked Egg Queen has many of us imprisoned. Rescue my people, Mr. Fortescue, and you will be richly rewarded.
Kind of sounds evil the way he says that. You'll be richly rewarded. Now, I was going to say that it's actually kind of messed up that we go into this stage and we kill all these ants, but as you can see, I guess there is a reason, because they did imprison the fairies, so I guess that justifies it.
Here we are. I shall open the entrance for you. These fireflies are my friends. They will light your way through the darkness below.
So they pretty much force you to go to find that first fairy to explain to you why you should rescue them and why it'll get you the chalice eventually. So we head on down here, and it's a good thing we have the fairies because it is pretty dark down here. Now you'll see that there's going to be ants all over. They're infinite spawning, and you don't get any percentage for killing them. So pretty much, you can kind of just avoid them as best you can. If they're in your way, go ahead and kill them. But otherwise, you don't really have to. You want to kill these, though, because you get some gold out of some of them. You can also notice that when we free the fairies, they go, sweet! See, just a ton more ants will just start suddenly coming out. Now, this place is kind of a maze, so I'm going to try to do the best I can without getting too lost. It does help if you have a map. Here, one of the pieces of amber. Technically, we only need 7, but there are more than 7 in this, which is kind of nice because you can get lost. So, at least they were kind of considerate about that. Some of the amber will just be sitting out. Other bits of amber will actually be hidden inside these, inside the larva here. So that's also another reason why you want to smash them. Again, it's kind of cruel, but the ants did imprison the fairies, so this is what they get coming to them. Or maybe technically it was the ant queen, but you know. Now also another problem is that because of these tight corridors, the camera can get a little finicky. So it's like sometimes you can't rotate it when you're going through a particular hallway. You won't be able to turn it around the way you want to. So it kind of sucks because you'll be walking this way and you can't see what's ahead of you if it's too tight. Again, I'm going to try to do the best I can to not really get too lost, but it's kind of hard when a lot of the things look the same. Although you can try to use certain things, certain marks on the wall or on the ground, like the shell that was on the ground there, or this oozy stuff. It kind of helps you pinpoint where you are. Try to find some landmarks, as well as things like this, where you can find the healing well. So that you can kind of tell maybe if you're going in a loop. Because it is really hard to tell. And I'm trying to think, is there another piece? There should be, I guess, maybe another amber. Although, honestly, yeah. There's plenty more amber to be found. Even if I pass this one up here. I do want to try to get more of the gold, because I'm going to want the gold, because I'm going to be using up a lot of projectiles coming up, both in this stage and in the next stage. So I'm going to want a lot of money to replace all that. I think that's all the fairies that's on this part. Some more amber. Let's see, now where the heck am I? Let's go this way. At least here the walls change, and there should be a fairy here. Oh, and then suddenly I get swarmed by like 6 of them. Maybe more like 3 or 4, but who can tell? You know, I could just run from these guys, but nice big open room. Go. You can even kill the ones, at least most of the ones that are up here on the walls for some extra cash. I think this is the way that I want to go. There we go. You have enough amber for the witch. I actually got it a lot faster than I thought I would. So any other amber, it won't show. Or you can pick it up, but it's not going to count towards anything. Hopefully I've gotten all the fairies so far. I think I have. Let's see which way. I think... Oh, okay, good. This is leading to... Ah! The fairy. It's very easy to miss one. I think does this lead back to the big room now? It's a big room. Oh, no, actually, there's a fairy here. So even with a map, you can get lost in this bloody stage. Alright, let's just find that last fairy and let's get out of here. I think it should be up ahead. So you don't even get an indication when you pick up another amber. It doesn't say anything. Oh, is that the light? Is that the light? There it is. Alright, good. We didn't miss one. And we should be at the end of this here, where we will get to fight a boss. In some ways, it's kind of a boring stage because it's very easy to get lost and all you have are just these ants, which don't even give you anything. You can see why you would possibly just don't even care and want to pass the stage up, but you do get a very nice reward for it. If you're brave enough to go beyond this point, you will enter the chamber of the dreaded Queen Ant. Be aware, once you have encountered her six-legged regalness, there will be no going back. So this gives you a heads up that if you haven't found all the fairies yet, or the amber, you should do so now. And they are nice and they give us a merchant. Although I don't think I need anything. A few bolts. I'm good on the arrows. Definitely stock up on the spears. This is also a good reason why when I come back here at now, as opposed to earlier on, you wouldn't have access to all these weapons. You'd have pretty much your crossbow, which will get the job done, but spears will be much more effective for this fight. Okay, I'm just gonna get out of here before they keep spitting more garbage at me. There is the Queen Ant. Let's get a good look at her. For the most part, you're gonna want to use projectiles against her. I think you can maybe go up in melee, but you probably take damage doing that, so I'd recommend just sticking to projectiles. Part of the problem with this fight, though, is that you can only damage her when she reveals her weak spot, which is underneath. When she raises up, she'll make it vulnerable. But not while she's doing that. She's going to do like an avalanche attack, and that's the time for when you can hit her. Here we go. And this is why I definitely recommend having the spears, because you have such limited attack time, you want to maximize the damage as much as you can. And actually, with the spears, you can get her in one volley. If you use, I think, any other weapon, she's probably going to end her attack before you can finish her off, so you'd have to wait for a second round. But here you can see, I think I used like, what, 26 spears? Something like that, and it was just enough to kill her in time. So if you come here early, which you can, you'll probably be here for a while to kill her. But now I can just kind of plow through her easily with the spears.
Bless me, if it isn't Daniel, Lord of the Ants. Hold still, and I'll remove the shrink spell. Oh, lovely, lovely Amber. Here you are, Sir Knight. A wart-covered and cabbage-smelling old crone I may be, but I always keep my promises. I grant you my reward.
You have helped to free all the fairy people from the clutches of the filthy and scum. As a reward, I can grant you passage to the Hall of Heroes. I've never been there myself, but I've heard they got a free bar.
I'd like to know where this free bar is, because I don't see it. But anyways, we get to come back here now, and actually, if you don't get enough pieces of amber, you can still complete the stage, and when you come back out, the witch will get mad at you. She says a couple of things, and then you just end up leaving. You can retry the stage at that point, but it's nothing too special, but there is something different if you don't complete that. And if you don't free all the fairies, I think he just won't be there, and you just won't go to the Hall of Heroes. But now, we come back here, we only have one choice of what to get next. I will show off the chicken drumstick in the next stage, so I'll talk more about that later. But for now, let's just get our new upgrade.
Ah, Herr Fortescue, you are back on the battlefield, yeah? This is good. People say to me, Sturmgard, what do you think of this sword or that axe? But I say to them, nein! Modern warfare is a question of science, the science of shields. I think maybe you should take my shield, yeah? It is magic, Herr Fortescue. Some say it is better to have a magic sword than a magic shield, but I say to use it. This is rubbish!
Definitely one of my favorite guys. 9!
So long as you use it properly, the shield will make you invincible!
Now, if I recall correctly, this shield, when it runs out of durability, it doesn't disappear, but you just won't be able to use it. Unlike all the other ones where they're just gone, and you have to find another. I believe this one you repair at the merchant. I actually can't remember at the moment how much it costs, but we'll get to that later when I have to repair it. It might even be in increments, too. It might be 100 repair for a certain amount of gold. I don't think it's all at once, but I could be wrong. We'll find out later. But anyways, we can go ahead and get on out of here. And like I said, I will show the chicken drumstick off in the next stage. Or rather, the enchanted earth itself, because it will be very useful to have there. That is going to be it for this part here. So, in the next video, we will actually do the real Enchanted Earth stage, which we can actually complete now because we have the Shadow Artifact. If you didn't have it, I don't think it's even possible to complete this. Which pretty much means if you came here early without the Talisman or the Artifact, I think you probably just have to quit out of the stage. But anyways, we'll get to that in the next part. So, that's it for this one, so I'll see you guys in the next video.